the last type of 6/4 chord we're going to talk about is the auxiliary 6/4 chord. Now this chord is strictly used in a decorative sense, and it almost always falls on a metrically weak beat. Let's see, so the common things you find with an auxiliary 6/4 chord, your bass is stationary. So the reason I have this dotted half note here is because the 1 chord has an F in the bass, then our 4/6/4 will have an F in the bass, and it goes back to a 1 chord which has an F in the bass. So across that whole line, our F has stayed in the bass, it stayed stationary. That's one of the key factors to correctly part writing an auxiliary 6/4 chord. Now your other voices are going to move up and then back down by step, all right? So they're not going to leap around, and they're going to go exactly back to where they were before. So it's like a little movement up and then back down to the exact same voicing for the 1 chord that we had previously. And lastly, you still want to make sure that when you voice your 6/4 chord that the bass is doubled. So that means you have to have another F in there somewhere. And that's why we have this F up here in the alto. It's also staying stationary. It's also that common tone that holds through. Now, could you decide to put 3 quarter note Fs here and 3 quarter note Fs there? Yes, that would be perfectly acceptable as well. But commonly you do see this, what we call a pedal tone on the bottom in the bass there that kind of holds through while the other voices do their embellishment. So again, the main thing about this chord is that it acts as kind of an embellishment to your bass line, or excuse me, to your progression, and it keeps your bass line stationary.